So one thing that I see that artists miss is just kind of structure and just direction, and just really too just lack of knowing who they are. You know what I mean? Because a lot of them are the shit, but you know the music business is tough, so you might get discouraged. You know what I mean? And so you just got to know at the end of the day, you got to know your value, know your self-worth. If you know that you the shit, build a good team, a solid team. Now that's hard. It's tough to get good people around. I struggle with that even with my personal endeavors. I still need help, you know. But just a solid team will get you far.
What's happening, babe?
Right now you listening to
Innovative Black Station.
Innovative Black Station. Innovative Black Station. The place where you can speak your
mind.
Your mind.
Your mind.
Welcome to the Innovative Black Station. Today on the show, man, we got a very special guest, a beautiful young lady, a music publicist, a content writer for one of the biggest radio stations down here in Atlanta, an artist manager, an entrepreneur, of many things. Lalaa Shep, how's it going?
Man, it's great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's what's up.
Man, how did all this get started? How did you start with this career path?
Man, and I'm on Snapchat too, by the way.
Shout out to the Snap.
Yeah, shout out to the Snap. Honestly, with everything, it was, first and foremost, it's definitely all God. Without God, none of this would be possible. Really just, a girl with a dream that always been passionate about music, and that's just really where it came from. At the end of the day, that's how I started.
Okay, now did you originally start as an artist manager, or what did you originally start as?
Okay, so, I graduated from college first and foremost. A lot of people don't know that about me. So after I graduated college, I just came out to Atlanta. I network with a lot of people on social media. I always believed in the power of social media. So shout out to everybody that, responded back to me. I reached out to Done Deal, Sunny Digital, Metro, Lily, every producer via social media because I always believed in the power of social media. I graduated in 2009, so that was right around the time when social media, it was getting popular, but it wasn't. I don't think the older generation really realized how far it could go, and I always saw the potential in it. Just because if those big name people wrote me back, and it was that easy to connect, I'm like, social media is gonna be huge. So really, like in college, let me backtrack too. In college, I worked full time. I never really had the typical party life in college. So I was just always focused. And I said once I graduated, I wanted to do something that I love to do. And God is good. I moved down here. I lived with my aunt the first couple of months. Shout out to my aunt. And so I got on my feet. And that's really how I started.
So what did you go to school for?
I went to school for public relations and business management.
Oh, okay. Now you said it's easy to network on social media. I think it's just for women. I mean, it's no easy to network, but I'm saying like some, especially on the men's side, they respond to women a little bit.
True.
They're more receptive to women.
True.
But I do think social media is a great tool.
Absolutely.
Especially if you use it the right way.
Absolutely.
And, it gives you a chance to show your brand, so they see that you work with it. So yeah, I definitely agree with you.
For sure.
Now, you said you work with you're an artist manager. You mentioned you work with or you reached out to Done Deal, and I saw that you're working with him. He's worked with Young Thug.
Right.
You got your is it a duo Block?
Block,
yeah. You're working with them, and then you got your another artist, Born. He just put out a song with Quavo.
Right.
How did you? I know you spoke about how you met Done Deal. How did the other two come about?
Got to get this too. With everybody that I work with, it's been by pure luck and chance and God again. Music finds me, and that's one of my true callings. It really finds me. I don't know. I'm at Block while working in the clubs. I work with DJs too.
Okay.
So shout out to DJ Funky of the Coalition DJs. Block, real good guys, street guys, but. So I was working in strokers, not dancing, but salute all the strippers because I love y'all too. But I was on the computer helping DJ Funky get him some new music and all that good stuff. So Block came in and DJ Funky introduced me, and then I liked their music. I'm like, man, I like these dudes. And then we just kept running into each other. So long story short, I ended up getting a CEO's number. We met for lunch, and then I told him, I'm like, man, y'all need me to help y'all out. You know what I mean? So that's what it was. And then with Born, Doug lets me handle all his business, so that's how that happened. And with everybody else, like I said, music has its way of finding me, and I just I keep my eye open on energy and just the energy. Like if it makes sense, it makes sense, man. I just like the energy, and that's just how
you can't force it.
Yeah,
You can't force it, man.
Right.
So when you how do you help your clients get to the next level or keep them on that up route? What do you do to keep them, motivated, I guess?
I mean, I like to think of myself as a career coach, as a life coach. I'm more than a publicist. I'm a sister, I'm a mother, I'm a friend, I'm all types of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My job is just to be honest with them and real with them as much as I possibly can. If I don't like something, I will call it out.
Mm-hmm.
When I do like something, I let them know so that they can keep going. You know what I mean? I definitely call all my clients at least once every other day, if not more. Some of us talk more, just to let them know what I think, because I know they trust my opinion. And like I said, I'm more than a publicist. I definitely am like that sister, that mother figure. For some of them don't have it, or if they do have it, it's just from a different perspective with me, and they know it comes from a genuine place. But at the end of the day, I'm creating opportunity for them, and just motivation is key. They motivate me, you know what I mean? They motivate me, and I motivate them back. So
Okay. Now, with your experience, you work with talent of various levels, in indie to mainstream.
Right.
What are some of the things that you consistently see that artists are missing?
Okay, that's a good question. Real good question. Okay, yeah. So one thing that I see that artists miss is just kind of structure and just direction, and just really too just lack of knowing who they are. You know what I mean? Because a lot of them are the shit, but the music business is tough. So you might get discouraged. You know what I mean? And so you just got to know at the end of the day, you got to know your value, know your self-worth. If you know that you the shit, build a good team, a solid team. Now that's hard. It's tough to get good people around. I struggle with that. Even with my personal endeavors, I still need help, But just a solid team will get you far.
How do you suggest building a team? I think a lot of people do miss the team. They don't understand the importance of the team.
Right. You need a team, and I honestly didn't realize that. I thought I could do everything on my own too. That's something that I had to learn. And like I said, with building a team, really energy attracts energy. Like I said, it's a couple of ways to go about it. Networking is always great. Networking through social media, it's tough, but you'll find yourself around like-minded people. The more and more you go out and you look for it, and sometimes it's right in front of your face and you don't know it. Family members could be a good assistance. It's just people. Really, you look for people that want it. Like I like to keep interns around me. I like the young people. I keep young people around me a lot because. Shout out to Bubba too. He's an artist and intern. He helps me with the progress support.
Okay. He's
a young guy. We I don't even remember how we met. We met through another client that I work with. But he's hungry, and that goes for people too that are looking for opportunity. If you can find, people need help. It's a lot of big dogs out there that need help.
Yeah.
For real. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people that need help, and if you really want something, you gotta learn that you gotta help people first. You're not always gonna get where you wanna be, but you should help people. So I feel like you find those people that remind you of yourself. And then you just kind of help shape and mold them, and then that's really what I look for. Just people that remind me of me, like, okay, he's doing that without me telling him to do it. Therefore, let me help put him in this position because I know he's gonna help me. I just need somebody that's a go-getter like myself, and if you're not that person, then you'll quickly learn. I don't want you around me.
It's only right. It's only right.
Right.
Now you spoke about the progress report.
Yeah.
The progress report. That's your radio show, right?
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Oh man, the progress report. That's my baby. It came about just really when me and Dundee actually had a falling out, and it was crazy because I was so worried and scared at the point in my life. I didn't know what I was going to do, but the progress report kind of came out of that. That was really just God again, you know what I mean? God is good. I was on the phone with my mom, and I was just like, I want to do an interview series, and I feel like that stuff was missing in hip-hop. That was missing in music, From a female's perspective that really knows this music shit, I wanted to be that person, and I am that person. I look up to the Angie Martinez's and all the other ones that do it, but nobody can do it like Lalaa. That's just how I feel, so that's just how the progress report came about. But really with the name, it was just, I was on the phone, my mom just brainstorming, and I asked her if she liked it. She was like, it's cool. I'm like, it's cool. I think it's dope. Like, so that's really how it came about. God just put it in me, and that's all I can say.
Okay. So what's the, you say it's the progress report. So what's the whole theme of the show? Like,
right.
what do you guys, talk about on the show?
Yeah, the progress report is about entrepreneurship. It's about music, of course, entertainment, and just passion. Just really doing what you love to do and love doing it. There's so many things that come in it. At the end of the day, it's two different things. The YouTube series, that's the more intimate. That's the sit down, and I'm hardly ever in my interviews, but some of them I am in. A lot of my friends get on me like, why aren't you in your interviews? It's really, with me being a female, with guys, I feel like it's different. It's a double standard. Y'all can get in the interviews and not really distract the people, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? With a female, it's anything can distract the viewer. Whether you pretty, you ugly, or whatever the case may be. And my thing is, I just didn't want to distract the viewers. I just wanted to be focused on the art, and I mixed different things like B-roll footage and all types of stuff in the YouTube interviews. But the ones that I am in, I love those too. But anyways, the YouTube series is just more so for the music heads and just for the entrepreneurs that really want to learn and be entertained. Like I said, I really know what I'm talking about when it comes to music. This is what I love, so I'm asking questions that the real music lovers will want to know. Exactly. And we're touching base on literally everything in that person's life that you want to know if you're a music lover. So like I said, my interviews, I'm going to get this on the snap too. But my interviews aren't for everybody, but they are for everybody. If you really love music, you're going to fuck with what I'm doing because you like, okay, she really loves what she does. Yeah. But my favorite ones with Webby, that shit was just so loud to me, and I'm sorry to keep cussing. Hope I can cuss. Okay, cool. So yeah, that was the dopest one to me because Webby, he's always been one of my favorites, and my mom and my dad always, whatever I like, they would, make sure I had it. So they bought me the Savage Life 1 project, and I was young. I don't remember exactly how old, but I just fell in love with Webby.
What was on Savage Life 1?
Oh man, you had the Give Me That.
Okay, yeah.
You had the number 1 was the first song, G Shit. That was a classic. You just had so much greatness. That's when I fell in love with. Just, the whole New Orleans bounce or whatever you want to call it. I don't even know how to classify him and Boosie and all that. But just when I did the interview with Webby, man, it was so surreal. So surreal. Shout out to everybody at Savage Life that made that possible, too. That I had to do so much back and forth to even make that happen. But it was so beautiful, like, to really just sit down with an artist that you love and to smoke and to kick it. I didn't even smoke. I was just like in love with the ambiance of things. I'm like, I'm really sitting next to you and I've been supporting you. Like, it was so beautiful to me. Like, so, and that shit just feels amazing. But to know what I was talking about too, to see how excited he was just like, you know what I mean? So that's what I do it for, and it's just so dope. And when I say it's not for everybody, it's because it's not the typical ABC interview. You're not going, I'm not talking about anybody else's interviews, but it's not going to be cheesy. We talking about real stuff here, you know what I mean? And unless you really know what's going on, you're not going to really care for it. I don't know. Maybe you will. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
You're right.
You get what I'm saying.
So, what was one of the, you said the Webby, what was one of the, you said you work with entrepreneurs as well. What was one of the interviews that you learned the most from, that you did?
That's a good question, too. I'll probably have to bring it back to the YouTube, or not the YouTube series, but the Progress Report is also a live podcast as well every Wednesday night from 9 to 11. We just recently did one with Chef Marlo. He's a popular chef in Atlanta, and that's the most recent one because it was just last week, so that's the one that comes to mind first. But he just dropped some real gems as far as entrepreneurship, which I thought was really dope. And I'm going to release that probably next week. I don't record a lot of my live interviews, but that one I did because I knew he was going to say some stuff. Only because he is a self-taught chef. Anybody that's self-taught, you can learn so much from him. I feel like I'm self-taught. I didn't know how to work a camera. I didn't know how to edit or upload anything. If you look back at my first YouTube interview, you'll see what I mean. It was awful, but it was funny. Just looking back, it's like, oh my God, like the comments, they were brutal, but it was good questions though. So it was just like, but really with Chef Marlo, he just said some of the realest stuff, and he just lives his life the way that I try to live my life, meaning that the little things make me happy. And, you know, I'm going to put this on here too, because I feel like a lot of people take small stuff for granted. The small stuff should always make you happy. Just what makes me feel like a boss is just spending money that I have on my family. That's all that I care about. The other shit I don't care about. Material stuff really doesn't excite me. It's cool. Don't get me wrong, I like it. But, you know, just appreciate the small stuff. Value your family. If you're going to do anything, do it to the fullest. And always learn. You never stop learning. And just focus on your own shit. You're only in competition with yourself. Definitely stay in your own lane. And that's something, I mean, you know, we all struggle with that.
Yeah.
I can admit that. I definitely, when I first got into this business, I was definitely looking at the next other couple of people. Why am I not in her position? Why am I not this all the time? Until I had to realize who I was, and I just feel like that's just what we all go through, especially when you're in your early 20s. You know what's going on, but just really just focus on you and all parts of you, the inner you, the external you, and when you focus on yourself and you just thank God for everything and you just be grateful, and then, I mean, great things will happen. And, you know, shout out to Chef Marlo. He definitely taught everybody a lot during the interview, so that was
You said that we drop it next week?
Yeah.
Visit?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably try to drop it Monday. I'm gonna send you a link too, because I
Okay.
think it was beautiful. It was just straight to the point, but just beautiful.
Yeah, we'll definitely put it in the description box as well.
Okay, cool, definitely.
So, you know, earlier in the interview, you said one of your heroes or people you look up to is Angie Martinez. And, you know, from listening to your story, you do damn near everything Angie Martinez do. You real hands-on just like she is.
Definitely.
So where do you see Lalaa Shep in 5 years?
Yeah, that's a tough question. I don't know. I mean, honestly, this is the thing. I honestly just started doing my own thing with my own business probably last year. You know, shout out to all the producers and everybody that helped me intern with them and just work underneath them, the DJs and everybody, because back then I didn't have my own business. I was just helping out with them. So like I said, last year was my first official year just doing my own thing and doing all this tax stuff, IRS fuck you, and all this other stuff. So I'm just really just on the business side, just doing my thing. So the progress report, like I said, that's my baby. There's still so much growth that needs to be put into that. So, you know, in 5 years from now, I definitely want the progress report to you know, be known everywhere. I want the brand to be known. I want my name to be known, but as far as my face, I'm behind the scenes, I'm cool. But the progress report, I want it to be something that lives on, even when I'm not necessarily able to do the live interviews anymore, because I'm going to go, you know, be speaking to schools, or I'm going to be managing my artists. I plan to be on the road, especially by that point. You know, but the progress report is something, like I said, it's for the community. I want the young generation to come in there and just keep it alive, you know what I mean? Just each one teach one, just continue to mentor other people. Definitely hope to have found another Lalaa by me, you know, by that time, so that I can groom her or him, whoever, to, you know, kind of follow my footsteps and make the legacy live on. Like I said, I really want to go speak to schools and just do great things. I feel like I definitely have a story to tell, and I want to encourage other people. Doesn't have to just be young people, but just other people, just to you know, live the truth and all that good stuff. Definitely want to be on a roll with my artists, my clients, whatever the case may be. So who knows, really, I don't know. It's so hard to answer that question, because you just never know. But what I can say, I just hope that I'm still able to work for myself, be an individual, and do all the great things that I love to do. And you know, that's really all I can hope for.
Okay.
So,
okay. Now, dude, you got the progress report every Wednesday from, what is it, 9/11?
Right.
What else are you working on? What else should we expect? Any projects from your artists coming out? Any shows?
Definitely, man. You know, I'm never gonna work any off. Y'all know me. Yeah, so, you know, all of my clients, we all got good stuff going on. Block, they have a new single with Stewie Rock. Stewie Rock works at Hot 107.9, so that was just dope. You know, so I'm just always putting together just dope stuff, and that makes sense. A lot of the times I sacrifice my personal stuff for them. You know, I could be working on sorry guys, I'm sick. I could be working on my stuff, but I always sacrifice my time for my clients because I believe in them. And I got into this to be a publicist. The progress report just happened. You know, it just happened. I always knew that something like that would happen. I didn't expect it to happen so soon, but it did. So my first and foremost, my focus is always my clients. You know, the progress report is going to happen just because, like I said, music comes to me, but my focus is always my clients, always. So just creating opportunities for them. So a lot of great projects on the way. Definitely check out Born in Quavo's new video for Hot Topic, produced by Done Deal. So everything that I do kind of correlates. It does correlate. One thing I can say that I pride myself on, all of my clients work together.
Okay.
We all know of each other.
Okay.
It's never any tension, you know. I don't have that issue because at the end of the day, like I say, I push all of my clients to be great. If you're a producer, work on production. If you're better at being a producer than being an artist, work on your production. I mean, you can be an artist too, but, you know, produce for him because he has the juice right now, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Where can they find you at?
They can find me Lalaa Shep at gmail.com. It's LALAASHEP@gmail.com. All of my social media handles are Lalaa Shep, the 2 A's, and you know, I'll definitely respond back. And I'm always looking to work with new talent. If you got it, let's work.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got it, let's work. Y'all heard it. Lalaa Shep. Any shout outs before you get out of here?
Yeah, man. Shout out to you for having me. Thank you. I definitely appreciate that. Shout out to all my clients. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to God. Shout out to my fam, and just shout out to me.
Shout out to Lalaa.
Definitely.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Lalaa Shep, Innovative Black Station.
Really, man, professionalism, just standing on the morals that has got me this far, being very professional and organized. Every placement I've got as a producer was not because I sent somebody a beating and just was like, yeah, it was my professionalism when they...
You know, there's a lot going on in my family this season, and fortunately, but unfortunately, it's all being aired out on, you know, national television. But, you know, the reason why we're even doing this show is to help people who can identify with our situation.